It was 2 years ago. Imagine searching for that one place for 2 years. And then finally, after 2 years of searching, Raymond and I were standing there, the Heaven Mansion. But unfortunately, things did not go completely as planned.
Esto es privado y no se puede estar aquí. Me acaban de llamar a mí los jefes del edificio que hay 2 tíos aquí.
Today's video is going to be something different as you usually expect from us. And there is 2 reasons why I'm still wanting to share this video. The first reason is because I think this building needs to get the recognition it deserves. And the second is because I want to make you guys aware of the risks we often encounter while doing this hobby and while making these videos for you. So let's start with the intro title and I will talk you through everything which happened. Let's go. So imagine you are waking up in a picturesque town in Spain and it's a wonderful summer day. It might be hard to imagine because right now it's literally winter here. But we were waking up at our Airbnb. We took all our stuff we needed for the exploring, our equipment, our material, and there we went. I still imagine it from the day of today. It was a 2-hour drive and we had to drive all the way up to the mountains. And we did not see many houses until there was this one town on top of the mountains. And one of the first facades of a building we saw was the building that we are exploring today. And I don't know how to describe this feeling as an explorer, but if you saw a photo and if you're finally standing there in 2 years' time, it's just a drive in yourself. You keep on searching for this one little place and then if you finally found it, it's so accomplishing. And there we went. We actually went on the property. We had to climb a high wall and we were standing in the garden. We walked all the way around and then suddenly we found one window which was open. So of course we could not resist going inside, taking a look and explore this mansion as a whole. Firstly, I started making photos. And making the photos actually went pretty smooth. Everything went fine. We made all the photos and then it was time to finally film this place, to make a documentary for you, to share it. But like I said in the introduction, things did not went as smooth as planned. But let's first start with the introduction video and head back right over to the video right now. Wow, it's another day in the beautiful and tropical country of Spain. And here we are standing in a place we can't believe our eyes, right?
No, this is like a majestic palace. And actually this room you see right now, unbelievable.
This is really unbelievable. So what we know about the place concerning the history is that in 2009 the owners left. The man, it was a man who lived there and he was a doctor. There is many certificates and diplomas of all different specialisms and things he achieved. And after 2009 they were trying to sell the property, but until the day of today it's not sold yet. It's really a shame to see the property degrading and we can't believe where we are standing right now.
No, indeed, you can definitely tell that he was a very wealthy man and I can guess that this property is very expensive to buy right now. Because wow, you will be amazed when you see this.
So there is nothing much more left for us to say. Let's start with the exploration and enjoy another beautiful place in Spain. So normally we start in the most beautiful room, you just saw it, but right now we're gonna start our exploration in like a storage area.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. And well, to be honest, this is the less beautiful part, but there is many stuff left. You can tell a lot of liquors actually. Not many wines, no liquors. Martini, a lot of Martini Bianco, Rosato. And actually, right over here is a home trainer. And it's just stored over here. It's very cool. It's catching so many dust.
Well, and then over here there's a lot of products in the shelves. What's that actually? Was it like a lamp?
Yeah, indeed. That's a very cool decorative lamp. Also these golden plates.
Oh wow. I think they used them to serve out some dishes and meals.
Oh, wait, look. Have you ever seen this?
A hamburger press.
I haven't. Probably something from America. All the jackets still over here. Actually, we have a fridge. A freezer. Ooh.
Man, there's still like ice elements inside.
Yeah, indeed. But is there a bad smell coming?
So far, no.
No, so no food left. Luckily.
Well, maybe in this one.
No.
Not either. Oh, look over there. That is very cool. There is some more liquor, and those are the very old bottles of licor 43 or 43, like they say in Spain.
We like it a lot actually. When we go to parties, we drink this with iced tea.
Yeah.
That's good. And look, still unopened.
Man, I've never seen this bottle. It's so old-fashioned.
No.
I'm actually curious. Oh wow, look, there's even more bottles here in the fridge.
Yeah, they have a lot of liquors actually over here.
And I was also curious for people watching from other countries, like, do they know the licor 43 too? Because it's here in Europe, it might be normal, but do you know the drink?
It's typical Spain. Licor 43.
It's from Spain.
And actually, talking about cool liquors, this one you probably know. Bailey's Irish Cream.
And then there, a lot of decay and rust in the shelf, and some sugar. And let's stop talking about alcohol before people might think we're alcoholists. No, we just drink by occasion.
Yeah, true. But it's very cool to find like these old style fashion bottles.
Totally. And then only by the height of this door, you can already tell what a grand hallway we're gonna enter. So hold your seats and enjoy this unique hallway. Wow.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful hallway.
It's unbelievable. Look at the marble shapes on the sides.
It's such a crazy fact that this is abandoned. Also the hanger over here, still ahead. What was this actually?
I think it was a heater.
Oh yeah, indeed.
So over here they just place some seats and some tiny wine barrels. It was obvious that in their leisure time they love to drink some wine or some liquor.
Yeah. And that one is very cool.
Yeah.
It's like this garden wiggling.
It's like garden seat.
Well, we should say rocking chair.
Yeah. It's like a swinging chair.
Yeah, swinging indeed.
And look at the sides. The wall paints everywhere.
And I think this is the most marvelous part. I mean, look.
Wow. Not only the staircase, the tiles and the ceiling, but Have a look how pristinely all those hats are left on the hangers.
And
even the umbrellas.
A lot of them. Just covered with cobwebs, as you can see.
So actually we're like the third persons to be inside of this place.
Yeah.
It's been untouched ever since 2009. It's already 11 years.
And then the imagination that only 3 people were inside before. It's so crazy.
So then actually over here we make our way to a tiny bathroom. Still the towel is just hanging up there.
Actually, I want to know.
The water is still running.
And these are not even the last drips.
You know, and this is probably water from the mountains.
Oh yeah.
And we wish we could show the people the view and where this house is or palace is located, but we can't to protect this place. We really can't.
Well, let's just say, the only thing that I actually want to say about it is why this is so expensive is because of a good view.
And because of the size of the property.
Indeed, there are 2 things.
And then over here, in the shelves.
Every single thing.
Yeah, a lot of medicines.
Indeed.
And there was the bathtub. Then under the stairs over here, they had like a little space for storage as well.
No basement, huh?
No. At least we have not discovered a basement yet.
No. And then again, I mean, just give them a glimpse.
So this is what about to follow. There are so many floors. Wow. We still have a lot to go.
It's freaking big. It is unbelievable.
And look at the doors. There's like swans, which have been painted, and there's even like little flowers and grass down below.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Also very detailed.
Yeah, and the way it's painted here on the windows is so unique. There's definitely a lot of time and love which was put into making this property as beautiful as it is.
Definitely. I mean, you just saw the intro room and you can tell that is some detail work.
So we're gonna make a way through these doors, and this was actually the kitchen area. And have a look again how pristine all the chinaware, but also a lot of other things are still left behind here.
It's literally decaying away. It's, you know, it's not that proper old decay, but still, it's just decaying away. Oh yeah, there's a box. Wait.
Oh, the keys of the property.
All of them. Microwave over here. It's just nothing is being done with it anymore.
Wow.
And where is the rest?
All the kitchen equipment still inside. Oh, and over here, a lot of pans are still hanging up. Wow.
It's like a small side room, huh?
Exactly. Like a little secret storage for all their kitchen tools. But then, suddenly, we got a non-fluff feeling. We heard people actually pulling on the shutters in the kitchen where you just saw, where we were filming. And we were thinking, who can this possibly be? We were already inside at this point for 1.5 hours, and it was very strange. There were a lot of things going through our minds. It can possibly be other explorers, but this place was very unknown. Or it can possibly be A caretaker. Well, it actually turned out to be the second. Just keep on watching, because what happened was actually very uncomfortable and shocking.
And then the rest of the kitchen, I mean, it just looks so warm. All the white tiles.
Oh look, there's still pasta inside.
Yeah. Coffee machine from Brown. Toaster. Even the gas tanks. Watch out with that. Electric furnace. And just all the salt. Probably vinegar or wine to cook. Literally everything. Everything you can imagine.
Look, this is even like the last dishes, like they were left to dry.
Yeah.
They're still standing there. Like how?
You always ask yourself, like, how?
And even if the property is for sale, I mean, there are still towels inside of the washing machine.
It's just never finished off.
It was really like they had to leave in a hurry.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Well, this one is then emptied out.
Yeah. And lastly, just look at some tiles. They place some stickers with like vegetables and things.
Mm-hmm. And then we actually come to another part of the kitchen.
And they had a dining table over here.
Yeah, it looks like, huh? Very small one. What I actually really like about this thing, the last evening meal. Right above the table.
Yeah. It's from the Roman Catholic belief for people who are not religious.
The last meal.
And it's indeed a very famous scene of the last meal of Jesus Christ together with his apostles. And look over here, the calendar date 2009, September. That's a long time for the state in which the property still is in.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, it's still in a proper good state, to be honest. Actually, this one is from 2011, so I don't know, maybe 2011? It's already 9 years.
Yeah,
Well,
9 or 11 years. It's still a lot of time for being in such an untouched state.
True, true, true. I mean, we've seen places who are abandoned for 4 years and wow.
Completely demolished or very, very decayed.
Even this, the hazelnuts. Just fresh ones.
And literally, like I said, all their chinaware. And it was obvious that they also had children. Or grandchildren.
Yeah, you know.
As there are some mugs with smileys in them. And I just love the chinaware over here.
So pristine.
It was at this point that the noises kept on continuing, and we actually heard a person walking across the property and the premises.
Take down. And then we go to the room where we just shot the intro and be amazed, because this is a beautiful, beautiful art piece.
Alright, I'm just slowly gonna go through it. Only have a look at this ornate painted ceiling already. It's just unbelievable. Really. Probably we've said this word many times, but this is true art, like Raymond mentioned. Wow.
And then the room over here, or the table over here in the middle. And we have again another newspaper from 2011, so 9 years.
And look at the chairs. I think we've never seen them like this.
No.
Just look on the sides. It's like coffee beans. They have a similar shape. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Also the fake fruit. It's actually glass. Some other
Chains and keys.
Chains, yeah. And I just love the portrait. Even if it's sad, but...
Wow. It's a bird over here. All these straw chairs here.
Actually, rocking chairs.
Oh yeah, they're rocking chairs.
The heads, indeed, also.
They must have loved to relax and just wiggle around in a rocking chair.
Yeah, you can tell that it was an elderly man living in here. We will find out why.
Over here is a brass pot. Oh look, there's actually a ship over here.
Yeah, it looks like a marina ship, but I don't know. Alright.
Apparently they also love to bake.
Strange location for it.
Oh, and look at the sides, like they're on the wall. You see it?
What is the animal called again? A paw?
A peacock?
A peacock, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, look at that. It's everywhere on the sides.
Yeah. And also again, it's like an animal trophy. It's a dead bird, dead rabbit. Damn.
Beautiful Spanish cabinet.
Yeah. And you can tell that this was for the table.
Oh, it's sad to see the crack over here in the marble plate.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Pure decay, just pure decay. Here's something. Oh, yep. That was tightly stuck.
Wow. It's like glass fish ornaments.
Yeah. Some cool decoration. But yeah, the beautiful Spanish.
And again, there's liquor. And some grapes, which have become very moldy.
Yeah. Negra. It's German Max.
And then from the other side, we can also capture a beautiful view again on the doors, which we swiped open when we started the video.
Yeah.
Oh, and look. This is one of those old lights which used to be in a train railway.
Oh, damn.
It was driven on oil.
Look, there is even like... You can push it and then it would fire up, I guess.
I think so.
Oh. I never saw one of these actually. Wow. Maybe one last glimpse what is down here. Cookie box and yeah, just some china. Ooh, and a very moldy.
Yeah. It's a very moldy smell coming outside. That's where we're wearing the masks for.
Yeah, true, true.
And I think we forgot to mention the beautiful fireplace actually. But look
yeah, indeed.
how unique it is with the green tiles and over here. Like a house in nature and birds just flying around.
And we completely walked past this one, but this is even the bigger one.
And this one is way more wonderful than the other one. Look at this cabinet, wow. It's so big as well.
China. Over there.
Oh yeah. That plate is beautiful.
Also look.
Looks like
It's
African.
Yeah, it's a man.
And then all their glasses which are still inside. It's just unbelievable. There are so many crystallized glasswork as well. I
Yeah, if I can open it. No, I'm not gonna do it. But you can tell. Many crystallized glasses. Huh. What does it mean, like candies? No, something like that. Huh? Looks like a candy jar or pot. Look. A lot of their cutlery again. Indeed. These cabinets were definitely used, like you told, to make up the table and also receive guests. Indeed. You can also tell over here. Yeah, they're close. Oh, binoculars. Yeah. Very cool. Are you seeing the mold spores on the plates? Yeah, I'm seeing the mold spores over here. Alright. That is bronze, right over there. Oh, wow. And also look here in the corner. There is another painting, but they also play some fake flans over here. Yeah, indeed.
And then we decided, okay, let's stop. We filmed not what we all wanted to show you, but we took all our photos. So at this point I was talking to Raymond, discussing, psh, psh, do you hear this? You can watch everything of that right now.
Hallo.
¿Qué pasa?
Hola.
¿Cómo estáis vosotros aquí?
Fotografé.
Documenté.
Fotografé.
¿Eh?
Fotografé.
Ni fotografía ni nada, esto es privado.
Sí.
Sí, no.
Me llamo Moreno.
No, el que llames como que salgan por los cojones.
Y soy
Fuera de aquí.
Y soy de Holanda.
Me da lo mismo. Esto es privado.
Sí.
Y no se puede entrar aquí.
Señor, perdone.
No, perdone, no. Claro. Me llaman a mí ahora los jefes que hay dos tíos aquí adentro.
Wait.
Hostias.
I explain, okay? I explain everything.
No, ni split, ni flash, ni flash. Esto es privado y no se puede estar aquí. Me acaban de llamar a mí
Vale.
los jefes del edificio que hay dos tíos aquí.
Sí. I explain, okay?
Así que coge el porón del Trestes. Porón del Trestes.
Sorry?
Porón del Trestes aquí.
We love history and we want to help to sell the property.
Háblame español. ¿Que sabes español? Háblame español.
No habla español.
Sí.
Soy de Holanda.
No, Holanda.
Soy de Holanda.
No de Holanda. ¿Quién más hay aquí? ¿Hay alguien más? ¿Hay gente más aquí?
No, está mal.
Cojan ustedes las cosas y salgan para afuera delante de mí.
Sí, we
Si
go.
no, llamo a la Guardia Civil que está ahí.
Sí.
O sea, está ahí mismo la Guardia Civil, por arriba, salgo ahora mismo y lo llamo. Que venga.
Sí. We take our stuff, we go out.
Y a ver, ¿por dónde?
we were caught by a caretaker. And the story behind this is actually crazy. So he talked to us in Spanish like you saw. We did not understand a word of it. There were a lot of misunderstandings. Both parties were not understanding each other clearly. So with the best Spanish we had, we tried to make a conversation with this man. He said, go out, go out. So we were just cooperative and followed him to the outside. And then there was actually 2 other people standing from the tiny town. I think there was literally only a dozen residents inside of this little mountain town. And he was standing there with 2 of the neighbors, or at least they were living in the proximity of the premises we were exploring. And yeah, one man was talking like a little bit of English, but it was mostly Spanish what these people were talking. So we had like an investigation. I think for 1 hour I was literally using Google Translate on my phone and just translating everything to them. I was just reading everything up with the best Spanish I could. I typed in the English sentence and then there was a Spanish sentence and I wrote it up. I told it to them. And it was basically that we were just there with a historical interest, and what the man told us is very impressive. I wish I could share the exterior of this place with you, but because somebody is still caring about it, I'm not gonna do it. But this property has been for sale for 8 years already, but no interested buyers could be found, and that's the reason why it's still in this state, abandoned, forgotten. But the outside of this property, there were like ornate details on it, and they were made by Gaudí, a very, very famous artist from Spain. That was absolutely incredible, and when I heard it, I had to share this historical landmark with you in Spain. So I know it's a very different video as usual, but lastly, I want to guide you actually through the home with the photos I've made. I've made photos of all the most interesting rooms we could not film in the end. But I think in this way, I can still guide you a little bit to the home and give you an exploration like a little bit close as we normally would do. So over here, you can actually see a photo of the grand staircase with all the heads. And that was absolutely beautiful. I mean, just look on top at how it's made in the wall, the curvatures and everything. It's really impressive. And when we walked up the stairs, we actually entered the first floor. And the first room we saw was actually this one. And then on that same floor, there was another room. And this is hands down the most beautiful bathroom we have ever seen inside of an abandoned mansion. There were like all those tiles. It was so picturesque, and I could literally not believe my eyes that that room was so beautiful. I mean, the feeling at that moment, which actually went through myself, it's indescribable. And besides this one bathroom on this floor, there were some other bedrooms with some very ordinary beds actually. I think back in the days they used to be for servants, but I did not take any photos of them. We decided to go to the next floor. And on this floor I found another room which was absolutely beautiful. It was actually, I think, the master bedroom of the people who once lived there. We tried to do a little bit of research about the people who actually lived there, but it was very hard. One thing for sure, it was a very important and notorious man for back in his days. But it was impossible to reveal the true story of it because we had a limited time. We got caught and we got interrupted while we were doing this exploration. Anyways, with all of that having showed, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the photos, and you also can appreciate that we still wanted to make a video out of this place, even if it was not as a rough exploration as usual. But still, I feel in myself, after finally being in this place I was so looking forward to, I had to make a video on it and we wanted to share it with all of you. So I want to do this outro, not from the normal place like we would normally do, but actually from the highest forest in the complete Netherlands. So as you could see, that did not went completely as expected. We got caught for the first time here in Spain. Luckily in the end we explained everything what we were doing. We were just respectful to the people and just calm. and yeah, they could appreciate it. I mean, they were thoughtful and they were saying, okay, we're gonna find the owner, and the owner comes. Eventually, the real owner of the place did not show up. It was only the caretaker. And we asked if it was possible to return in the future to maybe continue our video, because this wasn't very ending like out of nowhere. But he said no, they don't agree on it, unfortunately, because like we said, the property has been abandoned for 9 to 11 years now, and we wish we could share more of this place with you in the hope that some people might think, oh, well, why shouldn't I actually invest in this place? That would be very great. We also heard from them that the outside of the building was actually made by the famous artist Dali. That's actually Gaudí, yeah? By the famous artist Gaudí. So that's actually very impressive. And in the end, the video might not have been completely what you expected from it. Well, there is one thing left for you. I really hope you appreciated our efforts showing this place, and like I said, still making a video on it. You know the drill, guys. And from the beautiful winter wonderland landscape here in the Netherlands, which actually is quite rare. It has been years that there's so much snow which has fallen. So if you enjoyed this video and this place, then please hit the thumbs up button. You can subscribe to our channel down below for free, and right next to the subscribe button there is also a bell notification button. If you press that one, you will always be notified when we post a new video. And from now on all our new videos, there will also be translation and subtitles in more than 30 languages. So I hope people from all over the world actually have a way better experience while watching our videos now. They can understand even more out of it. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts about this place right down below in the comment section. It's getting quite busy here with all the traffic, so I'm gonna close the video right here. I want to send you all much love, peace and blessings, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.